So you are thinking about moving to Canton, Michigan? Today we're going to talk about what $500,000 to $1 million gets you as of February 2023. Hello and welcome. My name is Matt Talbot, your host of Living in Detroit. Today we're going to talk about what $500,000 to $1 million gets you in the suburb of Canton Township. We're going to do things a little bit differently. Today I'm going to jump onto RealComp and show you the active inventory as of February 11th, 2023. So you see some of the different homes available, $500,000 and up. We're going to talk about some new construction options, some of the current inventory, sort of where things fall from a price per square foot standpoint, some of the different areas in Canton, and definitely stay to the end because we have a really good listing to show you very last. Okay guys, so jumping right in here, what I'm sharing with you here is RealComp here in Michigan, our access to all of our data and all the different listings available. And I just did a pretty simple search. I did all the active listings. You know, for fun, I might even do that, see what pending does. It adds a handful of listings here. I'm gonna do active and pending. We're gonna add coming soon, and we're gonna add contingent, accepting backup offers, $500,000 for sale. I'm gonna do residential only homes, so we're gonna not look at all the condos. There's only a handful in there. So what my plan is today is take you step by step through all the different listings starting at $500,000 and going up to $1 million plus to show you the current inventory. This will give you a pretty good understanding of what to expect if you're thinking about moving to Canton. So this is a new construction home at Cherry Hill and Denton. So for those of you who don't know where Cherry Hill and Denton is, so if scrolling out here, here's Canton Township. One of the reasons why it's so sought out is it's really, you know, again, down that 275 corridor, which I talk quite a bit about. This is Ford Road, so if you're familiar with Canton, Ford Road is kind of the epicenter of all your shopping and movie theaters and everything that you would ever need is right down Ford Road in Canton, right to 275. So typically your in and outs of Canton are going to be 275 to Ford Road, or if I scroll out a little bit here, as well as Michigan Ave kind of takes you through here, and if you go a little bit south, you can take 94 as the other major expressway into Canton. But anyway, scrolling into this listing off Denton Road in the Ridge Road area, okay? So this is Cherry Hill Village in Canton, and that listing's in that general area, and we're starting off at $515,000. There's a lot of new construction in here, and so one of the reasons why I want to take you guys through this video is to sort of give you a synopsis of what to expect if you're thinking about moving to Canton in today's market. So this listing's pending. We don't know where it's going to sell, but if you look here, this is an interesting portion to look at this right here when we're going through these. The square footage, so above grade square footage, it does include the basement, as well as price per square foot. So above grade, we're at $22.90, and our price per square foot is just under $225. And just flipping through some different photos here, again, not something you're always going to get on Zillow, but you know, you can see the photos. But as far as the point of me sort of jumping on this is to show you some different examples. This home looks like a spec home that's being finished up, all white cabinets, you know, some decent trim work there as well too. So it looks like someone bought this sort of mid-spec, and they're in that low 500 range, again $225 a foot. Something to consider when looking in Canton is you have a host of different school districts to pick from. The majority of Canton is Plymouth Canton schools, and they're exactly that. There's Plymouth and Canton. You go ahead and look online and find the different resources as far as, you know, what the ratings are and stuff like that. Looking at this house, it's a newer build as well too, 2022. It is a resale, but just kind of flipping through, these are beautiful ranch homes. I like this little community. Ranches are the newer ranches are a little bit harder to find. You can find a lot of ranches throughout Southeast Michigan, but the newer ranches are more of a unique product. And this is a Pulte construction that was built last year. I think there might be a couple lots over there last I checked. So this is a resale built in 2022, but you know, some standard features. I'm not in love with the photos here, so I might critique a little bit on some of these listings. I'm a big marketing guy when it comes to our listings, and so really want to showcase these as good as possible. This is under 2,000 square feet. Price per foot on this particular property is $279. So ranch homes are going to be a much higher price per square foot, depending on size and stuff like that, than a like colonial. So it's not exactly apples to apples when you're comparing ranches to colonials. Knollwood Drive. Okay, this is at Lots in Cedar Valley Drive. So this one's built in 2017, so a little bit newer than that last listing that we looked at. As you can see, they're $206 a square foot here. 206 a square foot, and they're at 2,700 square feet. So how that typically works is the bigger the square footage, the more likely, the bigger the square footage, the lower the price per square foot is going to be. So it doesn't really scale, meaning if you had a like-for-like home and one was 2,000 square feet and the other was 3,000 square feet, the 2,000 square foot house would be a higher price per square foot. But we have a really good understanding of Canton here. We sell a lot of homes in this area, so I have a pretty decent understanding. Again, please guys, professional photos would go a very long way, but just flipping through this one, just trying to see what's going on here. It's very difficult because these photos were taken with a cell phone. So listing agents, please, I know we're better than this. We can definitely take some professional photos, but you got the darker cabinets, all granite, real hardwood floors, stainless steel appliances in there. So that one's priced at $206 a square foot, still active at $550. They listed that in October, so this has been on the market for some time. I think $206, $207 is a little bit high for 2,600 square feet. I think the marketing could really go a long way to help spruce up that listing as well too. There's going to be a lot of new construction we're going to go through. So this is a Lombardo build. As you can see here, we sell a handful of Lombardo homes every year. They're a reputable builder locally here. They are a medium to large builder locally. Actually, Lombardo, last I checked, I think pulled second or third for the amount of permits throughout the state of Michigan. So they're a big builder in Michigan, not as big nationally as maybe an MI Homes or a Pulte, which builds a lot of homes here as well. But as you can see, new construction 2,800, you're building at about 207 a square foot. That's what they have this home listed at. This will be a colonial. They use some good stock footage from some of their model homes that are always decorated nicely. Lombardo does a good job. We work with them quite a bit. Updated fixtures, as you can see, they have some nice high-end floors. It has that more authentic, I'm trying to blank on the word, but those floors are definitely popular right now. Stone fireplace, kind of taking you through obviously some nice fixtures. Again, it's a higher end home for this size and price point in Canton here. This that has a bump out, that's an addition. The backsplash is typically an upcharge through a lot of the builders. The cabinets go all the way to the ceiling, floor to ceiling. Stainless steel appliances. I love the island. I mean, this is a really cool home, and you're gonna see similar products throughout Canton depending on builder and budget and stuff like that. So I like Lombardo a lot. We've built a couple very similar to this. Obviously it's staged nicely and stuff like that. I love the staircase. Upstairs, a lot of these newer construction homes here in Southeast Michigan have that loft space, okay, which can be a nice flex space. Some of the builds occasionally will have that loft space and can be turned into another bedroom as well too. This looks like the primary suite. So 2,800 square feet, you're looking at 207 or so a square foot, brings you to about 572. This is a bigger home, so as you can see, we're moving into well into the sevens, so just under 800,000, 7799. Still at 216 a square foot, built in 2017. 2.5 car garage on this one. Professional photos, finally. This is how a listing should look. So we need those professional photos here. 2.5 car garage, not a 3 car. Just flipping through some of these photos here. Granite countertops, more modern feel, built in 2017. So again, really 2015, 2016, you're gonna see a lot of the construction move to feel that more modern vibe, and a lot of sort of almost similar to what you're gonna see out of new construction. There's some new features coming out these days. I love the open floor plan. Again, 2-story great room here, guys. So when we're looking at this house with a 2-story great room and 2-story foyer at, what were we at, 3,600 square feet. This is a 5-bedroom home, 3 full bath. This is gonna feel like a really good size home. This is a beautiful listing, 3,600 square feet. They're at $217 a square foot. Built in 2017, you're just under 800 at 7799. This is a beautiful listing, great photos. They did a good job with it. I love the stone features throughout. Your 2.5 car garage, not a 3 car garage, but there's some extra storage in there as well too. Really like the layout on this one. Really like the neutrality of the paint and the modern updates. The kitchen, white kitchen, again, it's a timeless type kitchen. Kind of flipping through, you got your open floor plan, 2-story foyer and 2-story great room on this house. More modern fixtures. This is big, so depending on where you're moving from or what you're used to, a lot of these builds have these little study nooks that you're able to do study in, or this little office kind of kind of setback for schoolwork or for, you know, working from home, should that make sense, is right off the kitchen, which is really nice if you have little kids, because a lot of times their little kids will play in the great room, and they're able to kind of work and keep an eye on things, which is a good feature. So I like this house a lot. Built in 2017, you know, $216 a square foot. We'll see where it ends up. I don't think they're terribly far off. At 3,600 square feet, 5 bedrooms. I think they're a little more than appraised, but there might be a little bit of flexibility as well there. Wrapping up here, so last but not least, so this is what I was hoping for you guys to say to the end of the video. So we have 2 listings that I'm excited to show you. This is Kelly's listing over in Creekwood Drive, 4,400 square feet, Cape Cod, which Cape Cod means first floor owner suite, second bedrooms are upstairs, okay? This is on just over an acre. I love these types of houses. I love sprawling ranches and Cape Cods. This is such a beautiful home. Built in 1998, a more custom feel. Again, Kelly does a great job on her listings, but just to show you kind of the layout here, fantastic wooded lot, huge deck. I think it was a 3-car garage. You have a walkout basement there. This is really a fantastic listing. I'm a huge fan. Obviously, you walk into the foyer there, just kind of laying it out. High-end appliances. Again, it's not a brand new construction home, but really nice high-end features, custom construction throughout. I mean, this is a gorgeous listing. I love the fireplace. There's 89 photos, so sorry for going through so fast here, but just to kind of take you through, you know, this home. I mean, it's absolutely stunning. They're at $218 a square foot. Seems priced fair in my opinion. Built in 1998, so when you're looking at a 1998 build or something in that time period, so 1998, 2008, 2018, 2023, right? So you're looking at 25 years. Why does that 20 to 25 year mark matter? Realistically, it's very important to understand homes that are 20 to 30 years old, because if your agent's not really looking at that listing properly for you, you really need to understand the age of the furnace, the age of the appliances, the age of the roof, all that stuff. So there's replaceable units in homes, and a lot of times once you get 20 years plus, those will be coming due. So, you know, a big house, 4,400 square feet, you actually will have 2 furnaces or more in that house. Just based on the square footage alone, you need at least 2 furnaces. So if the furnaces are coming up, for an example, on this particular property, you know, they could be 15 grand a piece. You're talking about $30,000. The roof on this thing's at least that much as well too. So it's very important to understand the specifics and dive into that before purchasing a home, you know, in that 20 to 30 year price point. Doesn't mean you shouldn't do it. There's a lot of great homes built there. It's just very important to understand the price and where you fall. So great listing, Creekwood Drive. This is at Joy in Ann Arbor Road, just to kind of show you on the map here. So when I was younger, we used to call this like out in the country, but it's not really at all. So this is, you know, Ann Arbor Road, Beck Road's here. So you're barely into Canton, the other side of Joy Road. So this is the high school like I talked about earlier. This is Beck Road, and then you have Joy Road here. And actually the other side of Joy Road is Plymouth, still Plymouth Canton Schools, but this is a Canton address. Eventually you're gonna run into Ann Arbor Road, which will take you all the way to Ann Arbor as well too. Great listing on just over an acre, private lot. I love this thing. Last but not least, I have one more home to show you. This is advertised as a new construction home on just over 4 acres through Mike Miller Building. I've worked with Mike before. He's a fantastic builder and a great human being. I highly recommend Mike for custom construction homes. So we've worked with Mike finding lots for clients and building custom construction homes, which is going to be a little bit different. Toll Brothers builds a beautiful house. Pulte builds a good house locally. There's a lot to manage throughout any new construction, but a custom build, you can do exactly that. You can pick the house and build it. So this house is just showing you some examples of what Mike can do, but this is just a fantastic listing. Definitely my favorite one of the day, of course. It's $1.5 million, just under. They're in the 400 a square foot for this particular property. Again, that's a little bit skewed. That's not the cost just to build with Mike necessarily, but when you start talking about 5 acres, you know, plus the custom construction, 3,600 square feet, you know, it's just different from the rest of the products we've looked at today. So just to kind of flip through some photos and some different availabilities here, I mean, this listing is just fantastic. I mean, just beautiful throughout, really high-end finishes, high-end materials. I mean, just really whatever your heart desires. I mean, look the way that front door is framed in. Mike builds an absolute gorgeous home. I love working with him. You can customize to your build. We do a lot of stuff in downtown Plymouth with Mike Miller as well too. He really only builds in Plymouth and Northville, so very local. And that does it for today. Thanks so much for tuning in. Again, this video is really to show you in February 2023 what 500 and up gets you in Canton Township. Throughout Plymouth Canton, there's a lot of different options. So if this video was of value to you, please hit subscribe and hit the notification button. We not only feature Canton, but all the local Southeast Michigan communities on our Living in Detroit channel.